The opioid crisis has reached epidemic proportions in the United States. More than 21 million Americans above the age of 12 have a substance abuse disorder, and drug overdose is the leading cause of accidental death in the country. Joining us now to talk more about the problem and help that's available is the Director and CEO of Gordium Healthcare, Dr. Christopher Metzler. Hi, Dr. Metzler.
Hello, how are you?
Good. Thank you so much for being here.
My pleasure.
So let's start with the basics. What exactly is an opioid?
So an opioid is essentially an addictive painkiller. That's what it is. So things like OxyContin on the prescription side, the legally prescribed medicine. On the non-prescription and illegal side would be things like heroin, for example. Because the idea is that it numbs pain and it makes you feel good for a short period of time.
Right. I was going to ask you that question. You know, how does an opioid make the pain go away?
Yeah, because it gets into the receptors and it's like the pain has disappeared. It's really just kind of an artificial high, though, is pretty much what it is.
And with all this crisis, what is the government doing about it?
The government has not been able to find the balance between overregulation and treatment. And so there is now a study that's being done. The president has appointed a panel, and they're looking at how do you solve the crisis. But that's really a state-by-state thing. Some states are essentially trying to shut down pharmacies and finding doctors who are overprescribing, but that still isn't the right balance.
Okay, and how does Gordium Healthcare address this?
So what we do is we look very carefully at people who are addicted. And once they come into the center, we put them through a program. It's kind of like the 12-step program that everyone is familiar with. We put them through that program to get them not just taken care of for a short period of time, but over a longer period of time. Because also remember, opioids can in fact lead to issues relative to mental health as well.
Right. So if there's someone watching today and they know they have a problem with opioid addiction, how can they reach you all?
GordiumHealthcare.com. We will be happy to talk to anyone about what the nature of the problem is and how we can assist.
Wonderful. Well, it's been a pleasure having you here. Dr. Christopher Metzler, CEO of Gordium Healthcare. Thank you for being here.
Thank you. My pleasure.